Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back to Only Anime. I am here again with my anime otaku friend, Total Carnage. Is that what you like to be called?
I have no. I guess Carnage. I don't know.
Yeah.
The name might change.
Okay, the name might change, but right now he's a work in progress, so we're gonna figure out his name.
Yeah.
But I'm your host, as always, Sage the Kid. I have this channel, and also have my other channel, Sage the Kid channel on YouTube. So if you can do me a favor by subscribing to both channels, I appreciate the love and support. And now today, guess what we're going to be talking about?
Anime.
That's an easy thing. This is the only anime. The only thing we're going to be talking about is going to be anime, because this is the channel for only anime, as you can already see. Alright, so whatever your name is,
we're not getting nude this time, right? No.
Oh, we could always get nude. That's for free, of course.
You do something good, you wouldn't do it for free, right?
I mean, sure. I do what I do. Let's get serious. We gotta talk about some anime. The people came here to watch us talk about anime, apparently. Apparently. So, if you had to guess, Carge, not guess, but if you had to, not guess, but what's your opinion on the golden era of anime?
So when you say golden era of anime, what exactly is it? Is it like my opinion of what the golden era is?
Yeah, like a time frame, like either like the early 90s, early to late 90s, from the 2000s to 2010s to now in the 2020 now.
So this may be controversial with some other people, but I'd more or less consider nowadays to be the golden era, because back in the day, anime was not, I believe we discussed it a little bit in the last episode, was not as prevalent as it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Where it was more kind of frowned on, people get bullied. Now,
it was frowned on. We have to put that into context, though. It was frowned upon the American culture.
Yeah, the American culture, growing up for like us at least. Whereas nowadays it's widely accepted, much more than it was before.
Yeah, much more. Yeah.
I feel more comfortable bringing up. It's fun just finding random people on the street, seeing the merch, people wearing it and whatnot, striking up a conversation, meeting someone that's watched one of the new animes, and then talking like, "Did you see the newest episode?"
Yeah.
So, I think we're in a much better state than we were prior to this. I think now is the golden age.
Okay. I guess it's not a bad way to phrase it, but when I'm talking about like golden age of anime, I'm talking more or less like what time period did the best animes come out? Like, when was the hype the realest? Can you really say that 2023 the hype for anime is the realest?
I think so. I think more people are anticipating newer animes coming out
like
now. Like, for instance, One Piece meeting that milestone of like, it's more or less overpowered specific transformation. Demon Slayer keeps getting bigger, better. My Hero, Bleach coming out with 1,000 Year Blood War, which was what, like 10 years in the making.
Mm-hmm.
So and among others as well. But I feel like now people are more anticipating that. Before, we didn't really have that back in the day. No one was really anticipating you.
Well, they were. Back in the day, what it was not people were anticipating, but people was like, they were begging for season 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With the animation, technology, everything that's coming out nowadays, everything is more. Well, not more. It's coming out faster, so we get more content quicker than we would.
Yeah,
before.
But the problem with that too, of getting content quicker, is you don't get a lot of quality content because of that. Like right now, the whole anime industry is saturated with a lot of like these isekais. What's your thought on that?
To be honest, man, I tend to stick to like the specific types of genres. I'm more or less like a lot of action adventure.
You one of those shonen boys?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I feel you.
So I mean, I can't really give. I cannot really give an opinion on that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to throw out an opinion and then be like, oh well. It's like I've only watched like one or two.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. In my opinion, because I'm an oldie myself, like I think the golden age of anime was during those days of watching like you had Gurren Lagann, and you had like what was it? You had Code Geass, Death Note. Those were like the one hitters that changed the whole entire game. People were like, "Oh, how can you have a season 2 for Death Note? It would just wouldn't make sense unless you change the whole entire characters." Yeah, I mean, but those days, like I think the beauty of anime in a sense, like the beauty of like a good anime like Cowboy Bebop is that it can't be replicated. Like, you can't have season 2. It's one of those one and done thing, and you gotta live your life knowing that you're watching something amazing, and there can never be another one like it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think having animes that are like, I mean, One Piece finds a way to stay relevant throughout its history, but at the same time, some animes that you just watch one, like, wow, there's no way you can make this anime again.
That's just great writing overall.
Yeah.
Like Oda just knocks it out of the park with his writing every time.
Mm-hmm.
Not many are like that. I mean, with the story for like Cowboy Bebop, it just something about it. Each episode, each manga chapter is outstanding. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, but
same
the
way.
thing about like for Full Metal Alchemist, you can't make a season 2. It's just not.
No.
Yeah, I know they technically did, but one was canon, one wasn't canon. But as you can see, why the canon one actually was way better than the original one is because when you it's shocker, follow the storyline, the manga, you're gonna have a better story. Just the way it is.
There's a lot in that first one that didn't really add up.
Okay, so let's transition to the next question. What is the best anime song opening you can think of right now?
Oh man, so I want to list some honorable mentions.
Okay.
I feel like because I'm a huge music fan, so like hearing anything good, it's extremely difficult to pick out one specific one.
Mm-hmm.
But for my openings, honorable mentions, I'd say Cowboy Bebop.
I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Yeah.
Classic. I don't know if you're able to pull up the clip, but One Piece opening 6.
走り出せ走り出せ空高く鳩と差し
Endings, there's only one ending
Okay.
that always comes to mind, and I'm hoping it's like that for everyone when it comes to endings.
Mm-hmm.
But and personally, I wasn't a big fan of the show, but I know everyone can relate. Waking up at like
You
2
have
in
to
the morning, two or three
I
in the
don't
morning,
know.
and you
Inuyasha.
hear Inuyasha come, like that the song. I forget her name. I think it's Natsumi or something like that.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's do do do
Dude.
do do do.
Inu-
もし今悲しみあふれるなら
Yes. I'm gonna have to play for you guys. You guys know. You guys can see what we're talking about. Is that it? Is all you got?
Yeah, for those two, I'll leave it at that. I'm curious to hear yours.
Okay, for best opening song, it has to be I don't know. You probably never seen it, but it's like the Reborn. I'll show it to you. The Reborn.
信感なんてなくていい感情的も
And the best ending song I think that was ever created too was we all knew it from watching I guess it was Toonami or was it Adult Swim late at night too. It came from Sunlight Shampoo, Shiki no Ota. You know the song. Bro, this is gonna be an easy one, so I'm gonna pull out real quick. You know this song. This song has solidified the whole lo-fi. I'll be honest with you. I think lo-fi is a direct descendant of this song, like in a sense, like especially in America.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I can see why. Let me ask you this though. What's your most hated OP or ending?
I don't watch a lot of like I don't watch like a lot of openings, so I don't know. I don't know it from the top of my head because I'm not gonna watch because I hate it. You know what I'm saying? So something like that, I would not. If I see it, I would actually have to think about it really hard. Hated openings. Maybe it's something One Piece does because they be having like 2-hour long openings.
Yo, them openings.
Yeah.
They killed me, man.
Like, cause I know, like, I back in the day when I say like keep up with One Piece and watch it weekly.
If someone gave me a reason to not watch One Piece and they were like, bro, like the openings every time it starts, I'd be like, all right.
I was like, yeah, I used to be back then when I used to be like on like watching it every single week. I'm like, bro, you spend 5 minutes on the opening. We only get like 10 minutes of anime. What are you doing to me?
I used to hate too. It'd be like, expect all the 4 kids, and it'd be like, Goldie Roger. Like, bro,
Yeah, we know. We know. It's episode 400. We know.
Nah, this right here, this is my most hated OP to the point where I refuse to watch the show just because of hearing it, bro. So it's like, let me see. Let me put the.
教えて教えてよその仕組みを僕の中に誰がいるの壊れたよこの世界で君が笑う何も見えずに教えて教えて
You about to get killed, bro. Oh my, yo, you said, bro, they're gonna kill you in this comments, bro.
I can't stand that opening.
Tokyo Ghoul, bro? Are you kidding me? Everybody loves that opening.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear, but like I can't. It
Bro.
bothers me hearing his voice, and I see so many like TikToks or like memes in general that bring that up, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like that Akira meme where he's like, ah, get out of my house. Like, oh,
I can't. But bro, that's a crazy take, bro. It's not even a hot take. That's a crazy take, bro. I'm trying to say that song is very, very good because you have to watch Tokyo Ghoul. I think it's like R2 something like that, to know that song. To me, that song means something to you because at the end of the anime, there's this big event that happens. To this day, people love that event, and that song has been solidified within the whole anime culture because of that.
maybe, but it's because of that. Like, I don't know. I can't get into the show.
I feel you, bro. Okay, let's see. What we got next? Okay, so what do you think is an underrated anime?
Oh man, so underrated, specifically for me personally, for me,
Yeah, this is about you.
for me, bro.
Yeah. But I feel like you better do another hot take again.
So, For me, Dragon Ball GT.
Is it underrated anime?
I think it's underrated.
That's crazy. You just like you just want to get hatred, bro.
So the reason being, though, because I feel there's definitely some explanation that's needed behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've spoken with this with a few friends and whatnot, and everyone disagrees. And sure, but compared to Super, which is getting much more praise than it should.
Yeah, that's overrated.
It's not as good as everyone thinks it is. Super is not good.
Mm-hmm.
It is not good. So GT, I feel, had way more things in it that made a lot more sense. Like the main villains, every villain in there I felt was way more compelling compared to everything in Super.
Mm-hmm.
Where Super, they just brought up, like, they introduced a few characters. They tried to put a tournament arc in there. Did a bunch of other two tournament arcs in there. They did a bunch of random other stuff. They brought Frieza. Frieza did not need to be brought back. 17 needed to stay evil. He needed to stay evil. That's what I'll say. And then my biggest thing was, I love the concept of there are consequences to your actions.
Mm-hmm.
You can't wish back everyone and expect nothing to happen. So the evil dragons. And I feel like a lot of people gloss over that.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super, they kind of like made Goku like unintelligent. Like he wasn't like a strategic genius when it came to fighting and whatnot. I mean, I don't think he was to like Vegeta.
I mean, he was never. He was just simply a guy who had character development or character armor on, or main character armor on, or whatever, or plot armor. That's what it's called, plot armor.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you know,
I feel he's made much more stupid in like Super than he was before. He was willing to like destroy universes.
in Super.
Yeah,
I ain't watch so.
Yeah, well, yeah. A spoiler.
I don't care.
So he was willing to destroy universes just because he wanted to fight strong people. I feel like that's stupid. The other underrated one, I feel like people aren't talking about as much. Fire Force.
Okay, I can see that.
I enjoyed Fire Force.
Did you watch both seasons? Was it like two? It was 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, it's 2 seasons. I think there's a third one on the way.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows when that's coming out? But I feel it's underrated.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it's correctly rated, but you know, it's not that good. It's not that bad. But underrated anime, I have to say it's usually I'd say I could talk about something from the past, but right now might as well just be in the present. You know, Vinland Saga season 2, nobody's talking about. Season 1, everybody was on his nuts in season 2 because it was a lot of like blood, violence, gore. It was like mad action. But season 2 took a very pacifist tone to it, and people were like, okay, writing wise and pacing, it is the most gut wrenching thing ever. The way they were developing his character was insane. Like they took their time trying to give him a conscience and making him realize what his father was trying to tell him when his father gave up fighting. His father was a warrior, and his father decided to stop fighting and go live in a land where he can be with his family. And to Thorfinn, he didn't get that concept until he had to go out there and fight and take lives. Season 2 is like a redemption arc. It's like one of the biggest redemption arcs there is.
So you would say that season 1 was more like
Season 2,
fighting,
it was fighting. It was.
And they dialed it back as more story driven.
It was story driven. Every episode was gut wrenching because it was the character going through what it means to be human. And they got this monster man. You got as a composer, this man just killed the whole theme songs. He killed every piece he made. To this day, I'll be at work and I'll be playing some of the theme song. I'm sure one of the songs that they be playing. This man should be locked away for what he did to some of these pieces, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's all piano too, bro. This is what you're hearing throughout the whole entire episode. It's straight beautiful music, bro. And this is being played underneath the characters trying to develop and become better, like human beings. And the combination of the writing, the visuals, the music, all that stuff comes together to make a masterpiece that nobody knows about. Which is, this is what I'm saying. It is so underrated. It's not even funny. Okay, so what do you think is a over? We said underrated, but something that's overrated as an anime?
Overrated. Oof. So I got two.
Mm-hmm.
One is a One Punch Man.
Is overrated?
Yeah.
I'll give you season 2, but season 1 was good.
Season 1 was good, but that's what I'm saying. I still hear people talking about like, oh yeah, like One Punch Man this, One Punch Man that.
Yes, okay. When you're doing that, they're talking about season 1, not season 2. Season 2 came out. It was a hot trash because of the pacing. They did not let the manga get far enough before they made the episode, so they screwed the whole entire pacing. I read the manga. The manga was amazing for One Punch Man. Season 2. The anime was terrible. Season 2 was terrible, but season 1 was really, really good.
So
I won't have you committing heresy on my own couch. You've been going crazy, but there's a limit, bro.
I think you'd agree with the other one I have.
Okay, you be going crazy on me.
My Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that's over there. And they're throwing so much money into that project. You know, see what? We're in season 5 now.
I believe so. I think they may have ended season 5. They're working on season 6. Now I read the manga too, and the manga is good, but it's like the pacing is all over the place, and I feel like they just need to get to the points already. I feel like the writer is just dragging it on,
Yeah.
And the characters are starting to get a lot like I think like fairy tale esque or seven deadly sins.
To OP.
Yeah, to that extent.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some of the characters at least. 'Cause some of a lot of these characters, I feel like he focused on like 3 characters, and they just stormed past everyone else.
Yeah.
Every other character. So there's like no character growth for like a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
He just focused on like the main ones. So, I'm starting to become less. I was a huge fan.
Yeah, I think I watched season 1 and probably season 2. I got to the point where that guy was like, "Don't touch him." That was a good. I thought the guy with the mask was killing heroes.
Oh, Stain.
Yeah, it was Stain. Was like that was bone chilling when he did that. But after that, I just couldn't keep up no more. And every year they was making a new season. I'm like, I just can't keep up. I can't keep up.
There's certain scenes in there that did that emotion thing to me too, where like it would just like get me very emotional. One of which was with what you call it, where they go to kidnap Bakugo.
Okay.
Like as soon as All Might got right there, I think it was played very well with both voice actors, Japanese and English, where essentially he goes to grab Bakugo, but All For One just like had that vomit shit come out, and just like it teleported Bakugo away, and All Might just missed him, and then he's just like, no, like the intensity of that no kind of like hit me. I'm like, oh no. they got him. They got him. Like shit like that hits me hard, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
But other than that, that's why I was a big fan of it in the beginning, and then now I just feel like it's not the same as it was.
I feel you. Yeah, I see where you come from. For me, it has to be. I always bring this back. This one anime, and as soon as I say, you gonna know what I'm talking about.
Was it overrated?
Yeah, it's overrated. Akama got killed, bro. I don't get why people like this anime. Like people out here in Comic Con dressing like the main characters and stuff like that. I'm like, this anime is trash. Like the character is so bad, bro. It's so bad.
I remember years ago, some of my buddies were like, "Yo, you gotta watch this.
Yeah.
You gotta watch this." And I was this close from watching it, and then I just like put it aside. I've never seen it to this day.
Yeah.
And now I hear people saying this exact thing, where it's like, bro, oh, they fumbled.
Yeah. It was just like it was trying to make a like almost like a classic Shakespearean kind of an anime that went totally wrong. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you know, it's Shakespearean. You know what happens with Romeo and Juliet. Pretty much you can guess what's gonna happen. It's like it was so trash. Like their main shtick was to kill main characters, like kill the characters that matter in an emotional way. That's a gimmick. If that's your gimmick, you're not creating something that's gonna be worth watching. If you just want to have a gimmick where try to get somebody attached to the main character, so you can just kill them off, you're a psychopath.
No, there has to be a certain amount of character development, and I think you can only do it so many times. Jujutsu Kaisen just did something similar, and they did it in such a short
Wait, explain that. How?
I didn't really want to get into it to spoil, like, the spoil.
Oh, we talking about Shibuya arc?
No, not yet.
Okay, we're talking about
No, the anime, I think,
the first season.
second season.
There's only one. You talking about Gojo's past?
Yeah, it was in the past.
Who did he kill? That
Spoiler alert.
yeah.
I
Might as well. If they get this far, they get the whole thing.
I guess. The girl that they were rescuing, I feel like in that aspect they gave it just enough time, just enough like character development to kill her off for it to mean something.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that to every character, it loses. It loses what you're trying to come across.
Yeah. It wasn't like so. Main characters dying. Well, teachers dying or some type of character dying to get the main character to where he needs to be at in life is part of the hero's journey.
I love that aspect. That's one of the reasons why I don't like Dragon Ball Z too much, because it loses all of that. Because
there's no accountability.
Naruto, where they kill off Jiraiya, I hate when people are like, "Oh no, Jiraiya's my favorite guy." Oh, fuck Jiraiya. He was good while he lasted. But at that point, Naruto became much better.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert again. Ace.
Yeah.
Ace. It was sad, but
it had to be done.
it gave that character.
Yeah.
I still like it hits me every time. But those are meaningful.
Yeah.
Those are meaningful. It's so much better once they're gone.
Yeah.
And you see what it's done. You see how like even though they were there, they're gone. It still shows rippling effects to the character.
Yeah.
Where he sits there and like Naruto's like sitting on a swing.
Yeah.
He's like sitting on a swing, looking back like Jiraiya. You know why?
Yeah.
Another one in Naruto, Asuma.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mentor. Yeah.
That joke was that hit me hard. It hit me hard when I think when Shikamaru was playing chess with his father. And it was that dark. I'm gonna have you play it so you guys know what I'm talking about.
But now, Asuma is dead.
Spoilers.
Yeah. But that scene where you can see the pain, like, because Shikamaru is almost like stoic. Like, people that are stoic, you oftentimes don't see emotion in their face, but they do have emotion. And he just broke down, bro. And it was a beautiful thing to see.
And I gotta say, the voice acting too. A lot of the voice acting, it kind of really hits. Like when Tsunade's talking to Naruto, and she's like, Jiraiya, your boy's dead. he was like, why would you let him go on his own? You knew. And I'm like, oh damn, bro, she didn't know. Like, why would she do that, bro? Like, knowing I just saw her, she was like, don't do it. You can't do it alone. And I'll be like, yeah, man, you got this, Jiraiya. You fucking got it. And then after the fact, like, you bitch, you killed our boy. Like, it's shit like that. But nah, like, those deaths are all meaningful.
Yeah. Believe it or not, last week I was watching One Piece again, and they were doing like the flashback, and this is when I think the tiger person from the island went to go see Marco.
Tiger Shark?
He went to go see Marco and Whitebeard's like home village stuff, like the hidden home village for Whitebeard.
Gotcha.
And you know, Whitebeard, they flashback to Whitebeard back when he was an early pirate, and you know, people, all his pirate friends are happy to getting treasures. Then you see Whitebeard, and I think you really too. You see Whitebeard by the ocean on the boat, just chilling, and he's like, I don't care about none of that. The nigga asks him, "Oh, what do you care about?" All I want is family. I'm like, damn, bro, his death made that scene even way more worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy to think about, bro. We can change topics now. Cause I can go on and on about that, bro.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So, what do you think is your favorite character in anime?
I got so many.
Give me like one or two.
Well, number one favorite, I'd have to say Vegeta.
Okay.
Very motivational. Even though, and I think the reason being is because no matter what he does, it's I feel like a lesson more or less of like there'll always be someone that's better than you.
Okay. Yeah.
But you gotta push past that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to push past your boundaries to be better,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of all of that. Next one though, Colonel Mustang.
Okay.
Bro, I don't even know if there's a lesson behind it. That motherfucker was just
A G.
bad. He was badass. The one scene got me too, where like after Hughes goes, and he's just sitting there, and he's like, just puts his cap down, and he's like, "It's a terrible day for rain." she's like, I'm like, oh,
I'll be honest with you. That was the first, to my earliest memory, that was the first time I cried at an anime. It was that scene to the point where also when the dad was like, why are you running down? Bro, I'm like 12, 13 years old. I'm not my age, but I'm young. What goes on with some? Why you bang down? Let dad gotta go to work. I'm not with this balling, bro.
No, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna show that exact scene to my kids, and if my kids don't cry,
Yeah.
application straight to the mentalist, because ain't no way no one's crying to that.
I'm on her play, but yes, that scene, bro. That scene had me in tears, bro.
Right after that scene, I took like hella shots of like, I'm not crying.
Bro, it was sad. Okay, so my favorite character has to be Roronoa Zolo. That guy is the biggest G in the world.
Actually, hold on. Just thinking about it.
Yeah, I know, bro. I thought, like, low-key, watching that anime, I know it's over there, but we gotta pause because we gotta 9 seconds. Watching that scene, made me kind of like have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Because it was real. Because I was young. I was very young. And I've never cried so hard in my life. Because I really felt I really felt the emotion that girl was feeling, like his dad's being bad and currently it's raining outside. I'm like, why you motherfucker? It's not raining outside. Oh, yeah, it's really inside. That's in the rain too.
It's like, damn, that rain hit Nelly.
Yeah, no one's going anywhere.
Man, the weatherman, I don't remember him saying it was rain today. Yo.
Yeah, like, shoot. What's going on? Am I on the water or something? What's going on?
I played in the shower just so no one can see my. Fuck, man.
Yeah, that was traumatic, bro. That was traumatic.
But Roanoke, he's another one though, man. I completely understand. Matter of fact, I didn't even think of him when like looking over that. Like, there's so many, bro. His loyalty.
That's
alone,
why. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
bro. Like, that's he is the definition of day one.
Yeah, day one. Yeah,
Definition.
he is literally day one too.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Not for nothing, man. Like, even in the live action, I know you didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it.
It's fantastic. I think the actor who portrays him did an excellent job with it. It's astounding. The only thing is, like, I don't know how they're gonna do it with later seasons with a lot of the crazy shit that he be doing, like with Kuma.
Oh yeah, that scene is legendary. And I think at that point in time too, they say that that particular scene kind of like transitions Rose to who he is right now in the later season, because that was the first time he saw his weakness, that he wasn't as strong, because when he saw how much pain his captain was in compared to what he was taking, he's like, damn, Luffy's actually carrying the team in his back. Luffy's carrying the team in his back and he's not helping out. So, you know, that kind of made him want to get a lot stronger.
And the thing was, like, I say this to everyone too when I'm like recommending One Piece, because so many episodes. Out of that whole arc, that scene alone is worth the watch.
Yeah, that scene
That scene alone is worth that whole arc, because that arc is awful. It's awful.
Yeah, honestly.
But that last scene for the last few episodes, it hits.
Yeah.
It's not the same way as Hughes, but
Yeah.
but it hits different.
It's different. Okay, so what do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned from anime?
Why? The true power of friendship. Nah, for real. Personally, I think the only lesson I've really learned was, despite what I said earlier about Vegeta, because I didn't really think about it too much, but I was like, yo, trust no one.
Really? That's lesson from One Piece?
No, not specifically One Piece.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm saying like overall, like anime in general, there's too many betrayals that have happened in like an anime that I've seen. Where it's just like, I mean, the only betrayal I haven't seen is from Zoro, because he's so damn loyal. But like, man, even Vegeta, bro, he put that M on his head.
He put the M on his head.
He put the M on his head, bro. Like, it's insane. And that's all I can say on that one. Is like, bro, I have trust issues watching a lot of these animes. People just stabbing each other in the back. Nah. And then of course, you know what I said earlier about Vegeta.
Okay.
Motivation.
Yeah, I think that's the thing too with anime. I think motivation is a big part of it too. And if I have to guess, like, the biggest thing I've learned from anime is like people are people at the end of the day. Like,
you can't trust them.
No, so you're not wrong, but at the same time, like these characters are the way you can make a character seem more humanized is by giving them flaws, and I think that's why I love like Vinland Saga Season 2 so much, because all the characters have flaws and it humanizes them, like, and nobody's perfect, like, and if you're trying to make a character that's perfect, nobody's gonna like it. Like, so sometimes like they might have those characters in anime that like, oh, that I can do anything, and yeah, it's cool and all, but nobody can do anything. Everybody has flaws and stuff like that. So when you humanize some of these characters and make them, they make some mistakes that cost some lives, but they're humans.
That being said, like that's one of the things that like really irked me about Itachi's character is the fact that like he was just so broken. And
But Power was, but Itachi was destroyed inside.
yeah, but like, bro, the quote he even said in the thing where like he is like every jutsu has a weakness, and yours is the fact that I'm alive.
Hey, that's a dog. That's a dog.
I'm like, that kind of. I'm like, fucking really? Like, this guy is full of himself. Like,
It's just a dog.
ew, that ego. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. So I guess that's to me having flaws makes you a better character, and when you can actually make mistakes and own up to your mistakes and actually work to become a better character, then that's even better for me to watch. Okay, so we already talked about cinema that made us cry, so I don't think we should go over that again. I don't think I can do that trauma twice.
No, mine was Hughes anyway.
Okay, so what's an anime? We're coming to the closing. So what's an anime that you watched that you thought that was mid, but by the end of the anime, you change your mind?
You said it earlier, and to be honest, I wasn't really watching the anime. I remember my brother had it on, and I just picked up hints of it every now and then once it started picking up, I was like, oh shit, this is pretty good. Death Note.
Whoa! You said it was mid in the beginning?
From when I say like beginning, I was watching like the first episode bits and pieces. I wasn't really into it, and then when I started seeing like L come into the picture and whatnot, I'm like, oh,
Bro, you crazy,
I was
bro.
like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Definitely was on 100 from day one, bro.
The only thing that I'll say about it though is towards the end it kind of fell off for me, because once spoilers. Once L was taken out, the other two
Yeah, they were mid.
they didn't really cut it for me. But overall, the back and forth between Light and L was just it was peak. It was peak. Speaking of which, you were saying it earlier, they actually did continue it.
Season 2 of Death Note?
They apparently had a prequel series
No, they
and
didn't.
a sequel.
No, it isn't.
Not anime, but in manga form.
Okay, alright, okay, yeah, I'm talking about anime. Because there's no way there'll be a season 2 anime of Death Note that I would know of. It's not even possible. This world don't exist in this world.
It might be animated. I don't.
It's
know,
not
but
animated, bro.
It's, no. I'm not saying like I'm saying it might be
In the future.
in the future, but because at least the sequel one, it's pretty interesting, and I don't know if it's fan written, to be honest.
Most likely it's fan
but
written.
it has Donald Trump in it.
It's fan written.
I mean, it's pretty funny because essentially he ends up with one of the so chances are, but it's a very interesting read. I think it's worth a read. But yeah, man, like Death Note for me, it didn't start out as good, but
you about to blow your internet today. When this comes out, bro, you get hella hit messages, bro. But it's on you. You live your best life.
I'm here for it. Let us know in the comments below.
Okay, so for me, I think the anime that was kind of mid, then kind of gave me like a shocking surprise at the end, had to be Future Diaries. Once you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. It's hard to get through some of the gimmicks that they was going. Like Future Diaries is another like one of those battle royales kind of animes.
That's the one with the crazy girl.
The crazy girl. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. I know.
But
oh man,
you already have to wait till like the last episode for the payoff. Literally, like, the last episode is the payoff. Like, and it made everything seem the last I can't tell you what it is. I don't want to spoil for you guys, but the last episode made it seem like everything that happened for a reason, and it had a purpose. Like it was like being walking. It was like walking through like a desert with no water to finally get a taste of water. It was so refreshing.
I don't know. I mean, for me, when I was recommended and someone gave me like a synopsis of it, I was interested. I started watching it and one.
Yeah.
I didn't get through the full thing, but I've heard and I've seen like the ending, and I'll agree. I think it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if it's worth to watch now. If you have nothing on your watch list, then yeah, you might as well see what I'm talking about, because it might be good for you to watch, or good for you to see so you can know what I'm talking about. But if not, if you like me and your backlog on so many different animes, then I wouldn't say add it to your main priorities. You know what I'm saying?
What would you recommend for anime watch list?
For right now,
Yeah.
you gotta finish this Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga?
You just got to. It'll change your life in a way that you gotta watch it, and watch it at night in the comfort of your home, and then maybe you have alcohol in your hands, because you gotta see what I'm talking about. It's crazy.
I don't know. That makes it kind of sound like it's terrifying or something like that.
It's emotionally, it's a gut punch in the mouth.
So no one can see you cry.
Yeah, and you're not gonna cry. You're gonna feel discomfort. You know, like discomfort for being a bloody human being. Like, cause you see how savage we are. You know, the depths of the human soul.
Interesting. I'd say for the time being, right now, if you haven't already, Jujutsu Kaisen.
I knew you were gonna say that, you bum.
Jujutsu Kaisen. It's pretty good the first season, and I'd definitely recommend watching the first season, Zero movie, and then second season. It's all over the place, but it's worth it. And then the reason I'm saying that is because this next arc that's about to happen.
Yeah. Did you see the episode?
Oh man, I haven't seen the episode yet.
Yeah.
But this is how much I personally liked just the start of season 2 alone. I started reading the manga ahead, and from what I've seen already, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got into it.
So and the anime at the end of the episode, Gojo finally got to Shibuya.
Oh. Man.
It was good. It was about to go down.
I can't wait.
All right, everybody. This has been episode 2 of Only Animes. I'm gonna try to make this weekly. You may not be my guest every week. Depends what it is. But yeah, so I'm trying to do this every week. Make sure we have some type of content. Keep the channel alive. If you guys can do me a favor by liking, subscribing, and commenting. This has been Sage with whatever your name is. Carnage. Okay, his name is Carnage. He wants to go by Carnage.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys watching and loving anime. Till next time.